Well, made it back to the top. Checked the battery. It was at literally 5%. I remember, this is the older battery. This is the new battery. This is the new battery. No, this is the older battery. Newer motor. So at 5%. Sometimes they cut out after the battery's a couple years old. It'll start dying at 10% or 5% instead of like 1%. Whoa. I'm hearing avalanche. There's a little avalanche. Baby avalanche. Baby avalanche. It's picking up snow. It made some snow. Are there people out there throwing stuff? Watch for a dog crap over there. There's a ton walking right in the first parts of the snow there. The first 10 feet on the snow by the bathroom there.
I'll have to
Yeah.
do a double check.
Yeah.
Where did you drive up from?
I just came from Bellingham, but I just rode the one wheel down to the bottom of the hill where it flattens out at the Glacier Snowshoe Park, and back up and hit 5%. So I was pretty lucky getting the max battery out of it. Not that I know of. I mean, all these like lodges and buildings and stuff. There's a lot of people over there. I could maybe rig something up, but probably just better buy one of those Yeti things that can deal with 5 to 15 amps or whatever I want to deal with.
Get you back down.
Yeah, I mean, I'm in a car, but I just took the one wheel down to where the road flattens out and back.
I see what you did. Oh yeah.
Yeah, pretty
That's wicked, hey?
pretty awesome. Yeah, usually I'm going up on Artist Point, but I realized, you know what, the traffic, everybody's nuts about Artist Point, and the traffic's actually probably more after they finally open that up than it is now.
Yeah.
And I just went up to Highway 20. They got that closed off and open for bikes after hours and on the weekends. And made it out about 20 miles. I didn't make the Washington Pass, but I didn't see any snow up there. So I was like left like, oh man, I want to see some snow. So we camped out up there thinking there was going to be snow at the camp and everything. And so I'm going to come here and camp next Friday for sure.
Yeah, this is great.
No, this was Highway 20 miles past New Halem. They closed the road for the winter. So they clear it out, just like this Artist Point kind of stretch. Yeah. But that road's more substantial. That's actually kind of the nicer way to get over to Eastern Washington, Spokane.
Yeah, it's cool out there. Yeah.
And it's an actual real connector, so it's a shame that they don't open it like now, but it'll probably be any week now.
What's that Diablo Lake?
Yeah, we jumped in there. It was like, felt like 90 degrees up there. It was amazing. 85. But it's a sign for the summer is going to be just unbearable. So try to.
85 up there? Holy shit.
Yeah, it was like 75 that day in Bellingham, and hotter and hotter as we got up there. But I was in like 3 sweaters and my raincoat on top of it in the 90-degree weather because I don't do much activity when I'm on the one wheel. I'm just holding on to my 4-year-old and my 6-year-old's riding with me. And we switch out boards, so we got a little bit of an emergency battery backup to eliminate the range anxiety you can get. I used to carry a battery pack in my bag, but this new model doesn't have one designed for it yet. But it has a bigger battery, so I'm able to take it farther.
They started in Vancouver.
Yeah.
They wanted to go all the way to Whistler.
I saw the video on electric unicycles. So electric unicycles go quite a bit faster and have way more range. And I saw that video of those guys. And I want to do those. I want to do those rides for sure.
Yeah.
They got the dongle going off the electric car thing, and you know, car charging spots mapped out, and
Yep.
surge protector off the car
Yep,
thing.
exactly,
Yeah. I got an EUC, but they had. I was like, yay! You can repair your own. There's this whole like right to repair that they don't have on these. But these are built way better, and they service them real quick.
Okay.
But they get a bad rap. Oh, I can't fix it myself for half the price. Oh, I can't fix it myself for half the price. I just say beat the shit out of it, and right, get the warranty. Get your warranty out of it, and don't be scared to send it in. And they might, at their discretion, be good about helping you out. Like I paid $700 for a new motor in this thing, and I was like, oh, that's crushes. But when you price out getting a new one, if you're gonna replace it,
Yeah.
and they threw in a tire, so I was kind of like, all right, it kind of made the difference there with the headache of changing a tire. But I've gone to every island. Probably most memorable is like I've seen bears up here going in the summer on the ski area.
Oh yeah.
But then we saw whales on the islands. Went out to Friday Harbor.
Yeah.
Went out to Mount Constitution. Hitchhiked to the base and then rode to the top. And there was actually there's like a really nice gift shop up there.
Oh,
And the
that's
same day they had like this 24-hour ultra marathon where it was like self-paced, and people could go up and down the mountain as many times as they wanted. And so there was people on the road and a little bit more like marked signage and stuff. So it was a great day to go up there. And I went up when they had the hill climb, 26 miles. They close it for 7 hours or 8 hours on a Sunday or Saturday for this like bike race up here.
Oh wow.
Around September usually. And so I was up here 6 a.m. You can only park though down at the pizza place, the last restaurant on the thing, Chair 9. So it was cool though, because I got to ride the 20 miles down there and go check out all the side spots, and had my 4 and 6 year old with me, and they're, you know, exploring stuff. They want to take breaks all the time and stuff. So yeah, heard some cracking
You heard that too.
sound, and I saw a nice little snowman-sized ball come down and working its way down, but it didn't look big enough to make that sound. Or is there anybody up there you can see? I don't know if that's really a spot people go to. I know there's a trail, kind of in the summer at least, people go around this bowl and circumnavigate kind of this whole ridge line, but right now it's Avalanche City. You guys drive through the big pile there?
Yeah, that was wild.
Yeah, there was just a big chunk, and then I think they cleared it back, just knowing it's gonna be a lot more. Yeah, this is way closer than Highway 20. That was like 2-hour drive or something, and you know, 4 and 6 year old, they're gonna be like, oh, let's go home before we even get there.
They don't like
Well, the little one's a girl, and she doesn't want to the concept, but the older one does, and really into it. And oh, let's keep going, you know, let's go another night. Let's set the tent up at home in the yard. Yeah, you can see a fresh fall, I guess, came right there. Right, kind of a substantial one. Just, I don't know, the snow's been disturbed, and
well, this hot weather is gonna disturb it nicely. Probably yodeling. Is that part of the? Yeah, straight yodeling. Is that trail part? Is that a walking trail or just a?
yeah, I think that's part of the trail. There's, I think, a switchback that goes that direction. I don't know if any trails go that way.
Summertime.
That might not be I don't know. That doesn't have a handrail or anything.
Yeah, true.
That might just be kind of a lookout right to there.
Again.
If you can like just look out over the water there.
Most of this go in the summer?
I think the main trail's like this way and up and around there. But, yeah, it'll be real busy in the summer.
Most of the snow melt like it's warm, or?
Yeah, this will be real. And this area is usually pretty rocky. So this is a great time to come. Like, I realize even in a month or two when they finally get to clearing Artist Point, so much of the snow and the walls and stuff that you come up here is going to be gone, and all the creeks are going to be not covered like they are. So
yeah,
really, it's going to be different. Really,
if I'm wrong,
real soon. But
that must be the volcano.
I think most of this melts though in the summer.
Yeah.
Volcano?
Looks like it.
I don't know. I don't know that mountain. I should.
So do you have any like really ultra awesome spots that you would recommend? Like
Around here?
Say like waterfalls or little lakes or points of interest?
Not especially.
Okay.
I don't know. There's definitely a lot of spots kind of along the road that you can stop. There's like some spots in Glacier you can drive out along the rivers and stuff. You used to be able to go check out that old dam that was off a forest road, but they took it out. They took one out for.
They tried to remove that old building. Yeah.
They took one out. It was like going to the old 007 GoldenEye video game, checking out the dam there, because it was in remote wilderness off of a forest road, and there was nobody there. Wow. Just a massive dam, and they ended up taking it out. There's a video on YouTube of a time lapse. Might be on YouTube, might be somewhere else, but I think I saw it on the news, and I don't know where they hosted it. But like a 4-year time lapse of the taking out of the dam.
Wow.
Somehow they had a tree cam up over the whole entire construction project, which is probably going to be a common thing in the future.
Oh, they should have just left it and made it a tourist attraction.
Maybe, yeah. I mean, the dams anywhere are controversial. They're trying to take them out. They want a lot of people. As a recreationalist, I'm torn because I love whitewater stuff, and it messes up the whitewater stuff because you're not really allowed underneath dams and stuff. But if there's already established whitewater stuff, it might mess it up. Yeah. They're trying to, they're trying to like load the rivers with wood too. If environmentalists could kind of have their like ideal situation, the rivers would be just flooded with wood, and you'd never be able to ride anything like a whitewater stuff in most rivers, because they'd have, and that's kind of the natural habitat of how the rivers are, and we've cleared them out so much that it's hurt the salmon and stuff. So we've got big concrete logs and stuff now.
Oh yeah.
Caution, man-made logs. Head left. Exit river.
So you're into kayaking too then?
I do paddleboarding. So yeah, whitewater paddleboarding. Got on the Black Canyon on the Methau, and yeah, a lot of different rivers. Skykomish is super awesome. That one's really rural, remote, wilderness kind of style. There are some houses on it, but it's one of like the #1 scenic.
Whereabouts is that?
Skykomish. It's like Gold Bar or something. Like
Inland a bit?
Down south.
Yeah.
What rivers? Skykomish and the Sauk go into each other. So Sauk Mountain area. It's a little bit south of here.
Yeah. We're from BC, and we kind of crushed a lot of that. So we want to visit more areas, right? And if it's like we're so close to the border, it's like shit. Starting visiting, right?
Yeah, and stuff out here is probably a lot more. Yeah, I mean,
not as busy.
You go up to Canada a lot, and yeah.
It's fucking packed now. Like, it's just ridiculous.
It's busy, yeah.
Yeah. See, everywhere you go, I bet you this place is a bouncer in the summer. But
yeah, once they open that road up there, so I don't know, in a few weeks maybe even there's going to be people that are like hearing about this place, how awesome this is right now.
I'd like to be cut through. We just start. I don't know. It's like Winthrop or something.
Uh-huh.
You cut through the mountains.
Okay.
Yeah, you go through like.
Yeah, they got like snow bikes they rent and stuff. You can go up and down the river in the winter and
Oh, that's sick.
on the Methal, and yeah, it's known for kind of a snow area. Where does that get you though? Through the mountains, like from like Canada?
Snoqualmie Pass.
It'd be cool to like take the smuggler's route. Now that they've legalized all drugs, you can take the old smuggler's route through Paradise.
Paradise Valley.
Kendall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I bet you that's where they used to go. Yeah. There was one.
They'll have like one of those British guards there that doesn't move.
I remember in the
not for anything.
There was I think it was in the 90s or the early 2000s. It was somewhere in Blaine and Aldergrove or something, and then there was this one farmhouse on one side and another farmhouse on another side.
Yeah.
And they dug like a tunnel underneath.
Oh wow.
And they were like transporting.
Yeah, I probably tried to keep that under wraps.
Oh yeah, and then somehow it got busted or whatever the case is.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, one person goes through the border and they're like, "Oh, how'd you get there?" The border people are probably like, "Oh, okay, whatever," and they're like, "That's like a huge red flag if you ever slip through the border on one side and then go through like documented."
Undocumented, yeah.
Or they're able to track your phone or something and be like, "Oh, there's citizens leaving the states on some app that maybe has location enabled."
It's funny though, because you hear about all these people.
China would do it.
That sneak through. Like there was one. This kid was telling me he's an Indian, India or some shit, and his parents ended up in Chile, and he said that they hiked all the way through the Americas, and they somehow they crossed the border and shit, and somewhere they're like there's some kind of like migratory like just bizarre shit like I mean, like
well, they got tagged for like crossing the border wrong and had a bunch of issues.
I did something like that. They'd like fucking send us to Guantanamo and.
Well, I'm gonna try. They might lock you up for a while, trying to like sort it out, like how that happened.
Yeah.
I watch this guy Kurt Kaz on YouTube, and he goes everywhere. He just went to Cuba. Said he had a huge headache getting through customs there, and he says he's from South America. That he can speak Spanish fluently, and so he loves going to Colombia and South America areas.
Yeah.
And there's some areas that he was showing where he's like, "Oh, I'm gonna cross the border over here. That's like kind of an informal border."
Yeah.
And you know, people are ready to kind of take his paperwork, but it was just like it was a jungle village. One side had like a bar, and the other side didn't have anything, and so you're literally crossing the